You lose.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. So inshallah we move from Surah to An-Nisa to Surah Al-Ma'idah and today into An'am, but the theme of the book and the creation and the universe continues. The theme of inheriting, and those who are entitled to inherit the earth and the heaven and paradise and so forth. So in Surah Al-Ma'idah, God says that وَلَوْ أَنَّهُمْ أَقَامُوا التَّوْرَاةَ وَالْإِنْجِيلَ وَمَا أُنزِلَ إِلَيْهِمْ مِنْ رَبِّهِمْ لَأَكَلُوا مِنْ فَوْقِهِمْ وَمِنْ تَحْتِ أَرْجُلِهِمْ مِنْهُمْ أُمَّةٌ مُقْتَصِدَةٌ وَكَثِيرٌ مِنْهُمْ سَاءَ مَا يَعْمَلُونَ. So if they had established the Torah and the Gospel and what has been revealed unto them, then they will have eaten from above them and from below them. I mean that the earth will bring forth its blessings. The heaven will send down its blessings if we establish the books of God. Torah, whether it's Torah, is the Gospel, and now is the Quran al-Karim. If we truly establish them, and we spoke about what that meant, to truly live by what they say, not just reading them, to act on what it says, to follow its instructions, to obey its commandments, and to abide by its rules. If we truly embody the book, then we will be provided. Our provision will just pour over us from above, and it will come, it will grow from under our feet. So we see, of course, many examples of that, like the Sayyidina Musa's community when they were in the desert, that Allah would send down manna and salwa. Manna and salwa, that was their food, and that's they will not, simply because the Torah was being established. And also we have the story of the football, the feast that came down. Allah sent down on Jesus and his disciples and the crowd that was following him. So that's what happens. And then we see that also manifested during the time of the Sahabas as well. Such that how nature just opened up itself and yielded whatever it is storing, whatever it is keeping, because they deserve that, because they established the book. So that is the outcome of that. And this process naturally began with Adam alayhi salam, because who was the first one man Allah taught in this process, gave him the tools by which he can unlock the treasures of the heavens and the earth. And that was by teaching him the names. So he began by learning the names of things. That's the first step. وَعَلَّمَ آدَمَ الْأَسْمَاءَ كُلَّهَا. Because to be able to have, to rule over something, you should know their name, and the name as a means of calling them so that they can respond to you. But everything has sort of a kind of two names, what they call, we name the lower name and the higher name, or the lower similitude and the higher similitude. So Adam was taught the name of everything in both ways. There are higher names and there are lower names. So that is the first step towards discovering the creation, the universe. To be able to to know things, the name of things, first thing. And then there are other steps. So each book becomes with a new expansion. And each expansion in the book is a corresponding expansion in the universe. So it enables the man more and more to be able to fulfill his function as a Khalifa and to be able to tap into the treasures that God has buried. Because the universe is like something God created and locked everything and covered with darkness. So the person who has a light is the one who will be able to come into that darkness and be able to vanquish the darkness and unlock what is hidden in the darkness, because darkness hides things and light reveals them. So if you have the light, this universe is a dark place, but you can walk around and be able to pinpoint where things are hidden that you need on your journey across this universe. Then, so this is kind of the end of Surah Al-Ma'idah, talking about the Gospel and the Torah, and then eventually the Quran, which comprehends all the former books in synopsis. And then it goes into Surah Al-An'am, which is the actual surah that now talks about empowering us with the light that we need to be able to travel across the darkness of the universe. So, and then the very first line, that's the theme. Alhamdulillah alladhi khalaqa as-samawati wal-arda wa ja'ala al-dhulumati wal-nur. All praise are due to Allah who created the heavens and the earth and caused darknesses and light to be. So creation, darkness, and then light. So the creation was created and then covered with darkness. And then God, those who have a light, the ones who are able to break through the darkness and get to the essence of the creation. That's what is hidden within the darknesses of this world. So that's the very beginning. So the light here comes back to the books, because the books contain, each of the books, all the books that are revealed by God contain two kinds of light that we need on our journey. One is the light of guidance, or the light of Iman. And one is the light, is what usually we just call light simply, is the light of knowledge, or we call Furqan. So these are the two lights that you must have if you truly want to be able to make this your progress across the various layers of the universe and get beyond and go beyond the darkness until you enter the zone of light proper. If you have those two lights, so one light which is the light of Iman or light of guidance, Inna anzalna Tawrat fiha hudan wa nur. We reveal Torah and therein there is guidance and light. And then there's Iman, that's what it means, guidance. Allah says, Yahdihim Rabbuhum bi imanihim. Their Lord guides them by means of their Iman. So the Iman, this nur of Iman or nur of guidance helps you, guides you through this darkness. So that's one. It guides you to the truth. It guides you to where things are hidden, or what is hidden in the darkness. So it guides you. And the other one is the light of knowledge, which simply banishes, it helps you distinguish what is false from what is true. So these are the two kinds of light. One shows you the truth, or one shows you what you are looking for, and one shows you what is not true, or what you are not looking for, so that you don't err, you don't wander around. So these are the two lights that you need both of them for this journey. And each one of the books contain these two lights. If you establish the book, that means you truly embody the book, you will embody these two lights automatically. And then you are set you are ready for your exploration, to explore the universe from beginning to end until you penetrate beyond. That ya ma'ashar al-jinn wal-ins. Allah challenges us, jinns and human beings, if you are able to penetrate beyond the bounds of the heavens and the earth. فَانْفُضُوا لَا تَنْفُضُونَ إِلَّا بِسُلْطَانٍ. Then do penetrate, but you cannot unless you have sultan, unless you are empowered with these lights. And the nur of Furqan and nur of Iman. يَهْدِيهِمْ رَبُّهُمْ بِإِيمَانِهِ وَالَّذِينَ اهْتَدَوْا زَادَهُمْ هُدًى وَآتَاهُمْ تَقْوَاهُمْ وَيَزِيدُ اللَّهُ الَّذِينَ اهْتَدَوْا هُدًى. Allah will increase those who are guided in guidance. So will increase them in guidance. So once you have these two, then you have the way. Your path is clear. Everything, all the obstacles on the way will move away from your path. So then God gives us an actual example of how this works in the story of Ibrahim والسلام, in Surah Al-An'am. So that's a practical example. So after giving us the theory, so to speak, he gives us somebody who embodied this light and was able to be guided through the maze and the labyrinth of the universe. And so فَلَمَّا رَأَى كَوْكَبًا قَالَ هَذَا رَبِّي. So he said, these are the challenges now. When he saw a star, so now he's on his way, to light, to God. So first thing, his path, he came across the star, and then he was arrested by the appearance of the star. But after some time, his guidance kicked in, and he moved on. He could have just remained there. He will not go any further. The star becomes his pointer to God. But no, he wanted to reach God without anything in between. That's the point. Then, so God made the star disappear so that he can move on. That doesn't become a blockage. And then he continued, then he encountered the moon. فَلَمَّا رَأَى الْقَمَرَ بَازِغًا قَالَ هَذَا رَبِّي. When he saw the moon appearing in full beauty and glory, he said, here is my Lord. And then that also subsided. And then he moved on. This is the word we talk about, is the cosmic journey. That's how it takes place. Because you're going to encounter. Why this starts first, I think we discussed that. It has to do with the way the universe was created. When Allah created the universe, the last thing that he created was the last heaven, and also on the stars. And the stars were appointed to guard the lower heaven, which is the entrance into the rest of the heavens. So that's why his first encounter was the star. He encountered the star. These are the doorkeepers. And he would have not been able to go further if he didn't have the nur of Iman and the nur of ilm. But he was with the blessings of those two lights, he was able to see through. So he went through beyond the stars, then the moon came up, he went beyond, then the sun, which is even a bigger obstacle. It's not just a light, but it's also fire. So most likely you will not be able to go beyond. That's why, with all our talk about exploring the space and so forth, still we haven't talked about exploring the sun. We talk about man going on the moon, but man going as yet on the sun. Where the sun is a burning fire, There's no way we can come close to it, except if you have sultan, and that's what he had. He was empowered with the light. So when he encountered the sun cooled down. As the fire of Ibrahim, قُلْنَا يَا نَارُ كُونِي بَرْدًا وَسَلَامًا عَلَى Ibrahim. But because he pronounced the kibriya of Allah, هذا أكبر, so Akbar. That's why when there's a fire breaks out, they say that people should do takbir. فَصَلُّوا وَتَصَدَّقُوا وَكَبِّرُوا, the hadith. The fire goes down. So when he proclaimed takbir, kibriya of Allah, then the fire humbled. And finally the way is clear for him to go further and beyond. And get to a point whereby there's nothing between him and the face of his Lord. So this is the journey, and this is how it takes place. But this depends on how well we learn the book, how well the revealed books, not the man-made efforts is good, but of course it's not as guaranteed and with certainty as what came from God. So that is much more skill. So I say, وَأَنَّ مَفَاتُ الْغَيْبِ لَا يَعْلَمُهَا إِلَّا هُ, the keys of the unseen, which is hidden in the universe, nobody knows except He. So those keys are truly embedded within the book. All it takes is for you to live up to the book, and inshallah ta'ala you will be able to, God will grant you those light for you to carry on with your journey. And then in the middle of Surah Al-An'am, it gives us a number of names, a number of people who have been truly guided, as Ibrahim alayhi salam, and they are all his descendants. From Dawood and Sulaiman to Musa, Yusuf, Harun, goes to Isa, Zakaria, Yahya, goes to Yunus, Ilyas, Lut. أولئك الذين هدى الله. These are the people that God guided, true guidance. فبهداه مقتدي, God says, so do take an example of their guidance, so follow their guidance. So anybody who wants to be guided truly, these are the people that are your examples. You must follow their guidance. Inshallah, we'll continue tomorrow. أقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله لنفسي ولكم.